Hey all, this is English 1 week 4. This is your pre-recorded lesson that will be posted on Monday. It's actually Friday for me, but this will be posted on Monday for you all. Remember that there is a quiz after you watch this, so you need to pay close attention. Okay, go through this. So this is the lesson overview. What's going to happen in this video is I'm going to go over the expectations for the week. I'm going to do a little bit of a review, some notes, and then assignment instructions. And the assignment instructions are a little bit more complicated this week, so you really, really, really need to pay attention. As I mentioned, there are notes, so if you do not have your English notebook at hand, you need to pause this video and go get it, because we will be doing notes. Okay, the expectations for the week is your weekly video as usual on Monday, plus the quiz that's attached to this. Then your main assignment, which I'm going to go over, and as usual, you have your weekly journal, and the prompt will be, or is updated as of by the time you're seeing this. So remember, you click the blue link on the first slide of your weekly journal, and that's where the prompts are, okay? And there'll be 3, so if you're behind, you might want to catch up. And then also your reading log. Feel free to put a private comment on your reading log if you're not sure how to get an independent reading book, if you have called the library and you couldn't get your number, whatever problems you're going through, comment on the reading log and I will get to you, okay? Especially on Monday. All right, so this is a little bit of a review, what we've covered so far in these videos. These will be on future tests, probably just one test, but still, it will be on a future test, so you need to pay close attention. So in week 2, we covered race. In week 3, we covered paraphrasing and quoting. And then this is week 4, we're going to cover inferences and plagiarism. Okay, so again, pause this video if you do not have a piece of paper, a pencil, a notebook, you don't have a place for your notes, you need to figure that out right now, okay? So pause this video. All right, so remember when we do notes, if it is underlined, you should write it down. It's an easy way to know what you're supposed to keep track of. All right, so we're going to title this one English Notes because they're just sort of general definitions. It's nothing too specific. So English Notes, today's date is September 14th. Okay, the first word is inferences, and that's drawing a conclusion based on evidence or clues. Okay, the verb here, the action word is infer. We infer things, we notice them happening, and we draw conclusions based on what we infer. I know you all are not in middle school, but I still think it's this video is pretty good. So I'm going to show it and see how this works. If you find this video unbearable to listen to, skip ahead.
Vocabulary. When you go by your friend's house to see if she's home, and the house is all dark and you don't have your phone, she doesn't answer the knock. What could this be? She could be hiding in the dark. She could have moved to Greece, but those don't seem likely. So you take your best guess. She's probably just not home. No need to stress. When you take your best guess, you infer. Whether you observe the clues or you read them in the words, you reach conclusions from details or evidence. Clues that you see in the real world or sentences like Jasmine was cranky. She had bags beneath her eyes. Her head was droopy. She was yawning all the time. You infer she's tired, didn't get a good night's sleep. Jasmine's not a shepherd, but you think she needs to count sheep. She didn't tell you she was sleepy. She didn't have to say, cause the clues were like a sign that she was wearing on her face.
I read between the lines what you don't say when you tell me that you're coming my way.
Okay, so hopefully you understand what inferences mean. You are going to be reading all sorts of different texts and watching all sorts of different videos, and they're not always going to tell you outright certain things. You're going to have to draw your own conclusions, right? Like you can tell someone is mean, not because that they tell you that they're mean, but because they kicked a puppy on the street. You know that they're mean. They didn't have to tell you that. So we'll be doing that a lot this week. Our second word is plagiarism. Okay, I'm going to move my head out of the way. So plagiarism, I saw a lot of last week and the week before on the Breonna Taylor Louisville Magazine activity. You all are using words, taking someone else's words without giving them credit. And you're doing this on accident. It's not that big of a deal right now, but in the future when you're later years in high school or if you go on to college, if you take someone else's words without giving them credit, it is against the law. Okay, so one of the most common ways that I saw plagiarism was not using quotation marks when you're using someone else's words, or not paraphrasing enough. You may only use a couple words, but if you're using the strongest word from the text, that's not your words. You need to put it into a different way or rephrase it. Say it another way so that you are not stealing the author's work, okay? So plagiarism is a big, scary thing we have to worry about. All right, if you need to, pause this video so that you can finish writing these down. All right, so I'm going to go through assignment number 008, instructions. The link will be on Google Classroom. And when you click that link, it's going to take you to a website called commonlit.org. Some of you may have seen this website before. Teachers tend to use it a lot. It's going to take you to this website. You will need to click log in, okay? You need to click log in. I know it can be tempting to say sign up because, oh, I've never been to this website before, so I must need to sign up. Nope. You need to click log in. After you log in, it'll bring up a page that probably looks something similar like this. You need to log in with Google. If that is ever an option, you always choose it, okay? Our Google Classroom is completely integrated with Google, so is Common Lit. So you need to make sure you're logging in with Google. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of a tour here of Common Lit. Your assignment will look something like this, okay? We're reading a text called Everyday Use. There are some features on here that you may not have seen before, okay? You can change the font size. I know some of your Chromebooks are itty bitty. You can make it as big as you like. You also can have the text read aloud and translate for you, okay? If your native language is not English, it is okay to translate some of it, okay? Do your best to try to read it in English first, but also read it in your native language if Common Lit provides it. I'm not sure it provides every language, but it does provide quite a few. And then the little globe here is what's going to translate it for you, okay? The other thing is you have an annotation button, okay? So you can highlight or add notes to your text. This is probably something that trips the most students up, is you have these little guiding question icons, okay? You cannot move on from the section of the text until you've answered the guiding question, okay? So these will appear throughout it. So this is where you can't read any further than question 1 until you've answered this, okay? I encourage you to read it aloud, but follow along while it's reading. Last thing I want to point out is at the very bottom, you have some words and definitions, okay, that can help you out if you're having trouble understanding the text. You also have assessment questions that you will go through, okay? I am grading for how well you do on this, okay? So you actually do need to do your best. Don't just guess. Try to get the right answer because this will all connect to Google Classroom, which will automatically update into your student portal, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. That is it for this assignment. You should find it on Google Classroom. Thank you.